In an embarrassing blow to Donald Trump, U.S. congressional leaders have agreed to a short-term funding deal in a move that averts a damaging pre-election government shutdown, the kind that Trump was hoping for to make Joe Biden and Kamala Harris look bad. Well, the possibility of a shutdown had been looming as government funding was set to expire on September 30th. Republicans were pushing to link future funding to the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, or SAVE Act, a Trump-endorsed bill requiring voters to show proof of U.S. citizenship, which Democrats opposed. After weeks of negotiations, the Republican far-right Christian nationalist House Speaker Mike Johnson announced a compromise that extends the government funding for 3 months without tying it to the SAVE Act. Johnson described the decision as essential, saying that any other approach would have been political malpractice. The new agreement maintains current spending levels and provides $231 million in emergency funds to strengthen Secret Service protection for Donald Trump and his Democratic rival, Kamala Harris, leading up to the November 5th election. This comes after Trump faced 2 failed assassination attempts by his own supporters. The compromise marks a shift for Johnson, who'd previously aligned with Trump's demand to attach the SAVE Act to the funding. The bill has become a key issue for Trump and his supporters, despite a lack of evidence supporting their claims of widespread voter fraud. In a message to fellow lawmakers, Johnson conceded that this was the only viable option under the circumstances. He said, "While this is not the solution any of us prefer, it's the most prudent path forward under the present circumstances." He emphasized, as history has taught and current polling affirms, shutting down the government less than 40 days from a fateful election would be an act of political malpractice. This temporary agreement, known as a continuing resolution, postpones further spending negotiations until after the election. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, the Democrat, praised the deal but criticized the delay in reaching it. He said, "While I am pleased bipartisan negotiations quickly led to a government funding agreement free of cuts and poison pills, this same agreement could have been done 2 weeks ago. Instead, Speaker Johnson chose to follow the MAGA way and wasted precious time." Trump has been in favor of provoking a shutdown by insisting on the SAVE Act, thinking the Biden administration, including Vice President Harris, would take the blame, similar to the 5-week government closure during his presidency in 2018, and similar to him killing the bipartisan immigration bill, also to try and make the current administration look bad to the detriment of the American people. I just want to interrupt myself for a moment to ask you to support me and independent journalism by becoming a member of this YouTube channel. Click join just below. It starts at just $3 a month, and it would be really helpful because at the moment things have never been more complex and more dangerous with the rise of fascism and the fall of US democracy. So I'm going to do my best to put these messages and this analysis out every single day, but I really need your help to do that. If you don't want to join the YouTube channel and you're already on Patreon, you can sign up for my Patreon as well at patreon.com/5minutenews. Thank you. You see, as Donald Trump runs out of options to gain the support that he thinks he deserves in the November election, he is relying on sabotage. Sabotaging the campaign of Kamala Harris by accusing her of being a communist or a fascist or a Marxist, all of which are untrue, but also sabotaging anything and everything he can reach, from the immigration bill to this potential continuing resolution. Donald Trump is a clear and present danger. He doesn't work for the American people. He's in this for himself. He'll do anything to try and stay out of prison. I'm Anthony Davis. You can catch me on the 5 Minute News YouTube channel and podcast, on Wednesdays co-hosting Uncovered, and on Sunday on The Weekend Show with Midas Touch.